Starlink is fast, global, and revolutionary. But what if I told you that the price you see on the website is not the full price? There are hidden costs, real, practical costs in dollars, euros, and African markets that most people only discover after they've already spent the money. Today, I'm breaking everything down clearly, accurately, and with up-to-date numbers, so you don't make an expensive mistake. Let's start with the first cost, the hardware. Right now, Starlink residential hardware costs about $599 in the United States, between 450 and 500 euros in most European countries, and between $600 and $650 in many African regions depending on import taxes and availability. And remember, this is just to buy the dish. If you're in a region without a Starlink distributor, importation can make the price even higher because of duties, logistics fees, or scarcity. Next is the monthly subscription fee. These rates are current and realistic. In the United States, Starlink monthly pricing ranges from $90 to $120. In Europe, monthly prices usually sit between 40 and 65 euros depending on the country. Across Africa, most low-cost plans fall between $38 and $50 per month. This is the simplest part of the cost, but definitely not the last. Now let's talk about shipping, taxes, and duties. Shipping alone can cost between $40 and $80 depending on your region. In Europe, VAT charges of 19 to 23% are added on top of the hardware cost. In African countries, customs duty can range from 5% up to 20%. This means you might pay an additional 70 to 120 euros in Europe and between $40 and $100 in Africa just for taxes and duties. Then there's installation. Starlink promotes itself as a plug-and-play setup, and technically it is, if you're ready to climb your roof and mount the dish yourself. But if you prefer a professional installation, expect to pay between $80 and $150 in the United States, 80 to 200 euros in Europe, and $50 to $100 in most African locations. A clean, professional setup may cost extra, but it also prevents future issues. Now here is where most new users get surprised. Accessories. Starlink sells many add-ons separately, and some are almost necessary depending on your home. The Ethernet adapter costs about $25 or euros. A replacement long cable costs between $60 and $90. Mesh Wi-Fi systems range from $150 to $350 if you want stronger coverage in a large home. And in regions with unstable electricity, you may need a backup power solution. That could be a $70 to $150 UPS, or a $200 to $600 portable power station. These extra items easily add 10 to 40% more to your total setup cost. Let's move into the long-term hidden costs most people never calculate. Starlink cables exposed to sun and weather may need replacement every 1 to 2 years, costing $60 to $90. Large homes often require a better router or mesh system, which is an additional $100 to $300. Starlink has also adjusted prices in many regions over time, so subscription fees may increase or decrease based on demand. Now let's calculate the realistic total cost for your first year. In the United States, hardware at $599, plus around $60 for shipping or fees, plus a year of subscription averaging $1,140, plus accessories or installation of about $100 to $200 brings the total to around $1,900 for your first year. In Europe, hardware at 450 euros, plus VAT of 80 to 120 euros, plus a 12-month subscription between 480 and 780 euros, plus installation or accessories of around 100 euros, gives you a first-year total between 1,150 and 1,500 euros. In Africa, hardware at $600, plus $40 to $100 in duty and fees, plus a 12-month subscription costing around $480, plus $100 to $300 worth of power backup or accessories, brings the first-year total to between $1,200 and $1,500. Now, who should not buy Starlink? If you live in a city with reliable fiber, cheap mobile broadband, or stable unlimited data plans, Starlink may be too expensive compared to your alternatives. But if you live in a rural area, a remote village, a farm, or any location with poor or unstable connectivity, then Starlink is a game changer and worth every dollar. And now, this brings us to a very important question that almost nobody talks about. You may have the best Starlink speeds today, but what happens during storms, heavy rainfall, strong winds, or snow season? Does Starlink slow down? Does rain weaken the signal? Can the dish survive your country's weather conditions? This is the topic of our next video. Can Starlink survive the weather in your country or rainfall? If this video helps you or solves your problem, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it, and let us know in the comments below which country you are watching from. That way, we can guide you to the best shops in your region where you can get the best price or even a discount on your Starlink purchase. Stay tuned. Weather can either support your Starlink experience or completely break it.